What's up, everybody, and welcome to another In Herbie's World Does It Blend, a series where we test out the blendability of markers just to see how they blend between each other. And the markers that we're going to be testing out today are going to be the Faber Castell markers. I really like these skin tone markers. And we'll also be testing out the Grayscale markers for these as well. I don't have the box for these. One thing I forgot to mention before is that these are non-alcohol based markers. What does that mean? It means that it's going to be difficult to blend these together, if at all. It might not even blend together. And that's why we got the help of another marker, which is going to be the Big Studio Blender marker. So we're going to use this as a blender marker. You can use whatever blender marker you guys have. So we're going to begin the test, and the first thing we're going to use is the skin tone colors for the 3-marker test. All right, so we got it zoomed in pretty good, and the first marker we're going to use is a pretty light color. I'm not even sure if we should use the lightest color. I think we'll go with the pinkish one, which is called, let me see, the light skin. So let's go ahead and start out with this one. And we're not going to go all the way in, okay, guys? We're just going to stop it at a certain point. One thing about these markers also, they streak a lot. We're going to stop it right there, and we're going to go immediately to the next color in. The next color in is going to be the medium skin. So let's go ahead and put that in there. Remember what I said before, these do not blend very good together, even if you try. And the last one is going to be, which one is this one? This one's the light flesh. So let's go in there, use light flesh. You can probably see the streaks. I'm not sure. I can't see the viewfinder right now. There we go. Yeah, you can definitely see the streaks on the viewfinder. So now what we're going to do is use the blender marker and see how it works out. Hopefully it works for the best. There we go. Oh boy, it does not work very well. There we go. Next one over. This one worked a little bit better. The first one is probably because it's still wet, kind of. There we go. All right, let's let that sit there for a while and see what it looks like in a little bit. All right, so after a couple minutes, this spot right here didn't blend too well, but these two actually blended together pretty well. I think it's because they were closer skin tone colors. This one needed more of a pinker color to saturate itself into, but these two pretty much combined into each other pretty good. So now what we're gonna do is do the 5-marker test, and we're gonna hope for the best on that one. All right, now we're gonna start with the 5-marker test, and the 5-marker test on this one is gonna start out with a really light color. It's gonna start out with this incredibly looking orange or yellow color, sorry, right here. There we go. All right, what color was this again? Let me see, I'll look up the name. Ivory, yeah, that's really yellowish. All right, let's go to the next one. Good. Let's let that get in there really good. Let's get it on the top. Good, just like so. And this one was the light skin. All right, let's go ahead and combine those really quick before they dry up. There we go. Whoops, do not touch the black again. Remember, alcohol-based markers always get into that dark color and mess everything up. Good, all right. While we're letting that dry off, we're gonna go to the 3rd color. Let's go ahead and saturate it in. Good, get some of that in there. There we go, good. There we go. And now we're gonna go back to our alcohol-based marker, and we'll see if we can blend these in. There we go. Good, remember not to touch the black. Good. There we go, good. All right, this blended in a little bit better than the other one did. Let's see if we can go back to that one actually. There we go, good. All right, now we're gonna go to the next color. Hold on, let me hit this up a little bit more again. All right, good. All right, now we're gonna go to the next color over, and the next color over is gonna be the light flesh. All right, let's go to light flesh. There we go, light flesh. I like the name for some reason. I like saying light flesh. Light flesh. All right, there we go. Saturated in there. Oh, I went outside the lines. Oh, I'm an amateur. Don't crucify me, guys. All right, there we go. Now we're gonna go to the alcohol-based marker and we're gonna watch the black lines. Don't get in there and blend these lines together. All right, it looks like it's blending in pretty good, actually. As long as you don't hit those black lines, you should be fine. There we go, good. Good. There we go. All right, so that looks like it blended in pretty good that time. Let's hope that when it dries up, it looks a lot better. So now we're gonna go to the last color, and the last color, I forgot the name. I always forget the name, guys. There we go, good. And the paper that I'm using today is Bristol board. I always use Bristol board. I love it. It's a hard paper. It cannot bleed through unless it's really heavy alcohol-based markers, which these are not. As I said before, these are non-alcohol-based markers. We're only using the alcohol-based blender marker, and that's it. So let's go ahead and blend these together without hitting the black borders. All right, blend them together. Blend, 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 blend. There we go, good. Good, there we go. Good. Ooh, it's blending pretty good. There we go. Good. Actually, it looks pretty good. For my eyes, I haven't looked at the viewfinder yet. Hopefully it looks good. Good. All right. There we go. Oh, my camera moved. Right there. Cool. I wonder how long my camera was like that. So yeah. So now we're going to wait till this dries up and then we're going to look at it and see what it looks like. All right. It looks like it dried up pretty good. It looks okay. You can still see a little bit of the lines. I mean, it did okay, I gotta say, but it's still not blended in perfectly. But I gotta say, with the blender marker, it does help out a lot more, because if you just use the markers themselves, they will not combine whatsoever. I'll show you guys later how they combine without the alcohol. I'm telling you, it will not work. So now we're gonna go to the grayscale markers and hope for the best on those. All right, so we're gonna start the grayscale test, and the grayscale test is gonna start out with the lightest one. Actually, I had one lighter than this one, but it ran out of ink, so I started with the second one. So let's go ahead and work that in there. Also, this will not go into the 5 marker. This will only go into the 3 marker test, or not 3 marker, sorry, 4 marker test. There we go, good. See, it leaves a lot of streaks, so just go over it as many times as you can. There we go, good. Now we're gonna go over with the second one, which is a little bit darker. Good, let's put a line right here so we know where to stop. Good, there we go, just like so. Up top and at the bottom. Good. So now we're gonna go over that again. Good. Now we're gonna put the last one. Ah, my camera keeps on moving. Let me see. There's stop it right there. Actually, I don't think it's my camera. I think it's my board. Yeah, it's my board. I'm an idiot. All right, let's go ahead. Put the last one in there. There we go. Good. Just like that. And go over it again. All right, now we're going to go over it with the alcohol-based marker and see if it works. All right, let's go ahead and hit it up. Good, just like so. I think with the gray ones, it tends to work a lot better. I don't know why. Let's go hit this side now. All right, this one doesn't want to blend whatsoever. It's trying to. It'll keep on hitting it until it does. All right, and now we're gonna let this sit there and see what happens. All right, so after a bit, they kind of blended together. These blend a lot better. This right here, for some reason, just didn't want to blend in together. No matter how many times I did hit it up, it just didn't want to blend. Kind of sucks. I wanted it to blend a lot better. Now let's see how the 4 marker test goes. Hopefully that goes good. All right, let's go ahead and start the 4 marker test and see how this goes. Hopefully it goes good. There we go. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. There you go, all the way across. Good. Let's put in that next marker. I'm going to try to blend it in quick. Good. Let's end this one right here. Good. Let's get it all the way in. Stop it right there. Good. There we go. And now all the way across again. Just like so. Let's stop it right there. Good. All right. Now let's use the blender marker, see what happens. Hopefully something good. Good. There we go. Blend, blend, blend. Blend, blend, blend. Good. There we go. And now we're going to go to the next marker, which is going to be the even darker one. Let's stop that one right here. This one's more of a warm color, as I said in one of my other videos for these markers. The other two, the first two, are more of a cool color, cool gray. There we go, good. Now we're gonna mix these two and see what happens. All right, that time I think it mixed in a little bit better than it did on the other one. Good, there we go. Good, all right. Now we're gonna try the last one and see what happens. Ooh, that last one is dark. And this one is also a cool color. So we only have one warm color gray in this whole set. There we go. All the way across. All right, now let's mix in this last one and see what happens. There you go, good. Good, there we go. And now we're gonna let this sit there for a while and see what happens. Also, one thing, if you're using the colorless blender with dark colors, you wanna just like go like this with your marker tip so it doesn't stay all dirty, because it looks really gross. As you can see, I've been using this piece of board and I've just been going over it. All right, so after a while of drying, it almost blended. These markers are terribly hard to blend together, even with a colorless blender. As you can see on the first one, you can still see the line here. You can still kind of see the line here. Actually, you can see that line pretty heavy compared to this one. This one blended in a little bit better. This one, you can still see the line, still see the line, still see the line right here. But you can tell the scale a little bit better on this one. You definitely need full markers for this one to tell any kind of difference. And let's go ahead and look at the skin tone colors at the top. Same deal on that one. You can see the lines for sure right there. This one blended in good. You can see the line there, line there, line there. This one blended in good together. So basically these two colors only blend in good together. That's about it. But yeah, so now we're gonna go with the caricature and see what we could work with these markers. It's gonna take a little bit of magic. All right, so now that I'm done with the caricature, we're gonna start with the skin tone colors and see how they work. And then I think from the skin tone color test, we already know what's gonna happen. But let's see how good we can do. All right, so you guys are gonna be a little bit mad at me. As you can see, I finished the drawing. My camera died and I didn't realize it, which really sucks. Man, I really hate it, man. But yeah, so the thing that I do want to say is that the markers themselves, they do not blend very well if you use them on their own. But if you use the alcohol-based marker, they will turn out very well. And you could actually see that it gave the picture a grittier look. It actually looks really good. The only complaint I do have with these markers is that they're very wet, so it's gonna basically tear the paper apart. I really don't like that part about these markers. They tear your paper up. Besides that, the markers, once you use them with the alcohol-based marker, they give your picture really good detail. They also makes it look very textured in a way, which is pretty awesome. So as you can see, I put some eyeballs to this guy. I'm just really mad that, man, my battery died. I really hate that. I was doing so good too, and I was actually talking, but oh well, I don't think you guys want to hear me talking. You guys want to see me drawing, and you guys wanted to see the results to the markers. And as you can see, they turned out very well. They gave my picture very good detail, and I like I said before, I like the texture that I left behind. So yeah, overall, these markers pretty much did not pass the blend test. The only reason they did not pass the blend test is because you need something alternative to make them blend. As I said before, you need some sort of alcohol-based blendless, colorless blender. And that's the only way you're going to blend these markers. Besides that, they're not going to blend whatsoever. Even then, they really don't blend good, as you can see. There goes the first one up there. Right there. There goes the 5 color. You can still see it didn't blend very well. The gray ones actually blended a lot better, as you can see. Let me focus it. You can still see the lines, but they blended so much better. But I gotta say, once you're using them to make a caricature, I think that's the only way these markers will actually make your art look good, or the blending abilities will actually be useful. So yeah, my first markers that are actually a fail. That's kind of disappointing because I actually like Faber Castell. I'm hoping they do make some alcohol-based markers. I haven't seen them like in stores or at all. I'm hoping they actually do come out with a set. It'll be pretty cool. So yeah, guys, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel yet, feel free to do so. And as always, guys, thanks for your support, and I'll see you guys later.